Hi guys, I'm here with Shannon Morse, the Diet Doc of San Francisco owner. Welcome, Shannon.
Thank you, Joe.
And we're in Nashville.
We are in Nashville.
So I've mentioned that we're creating a tech center and we're here working on a couple platforms, big projects, one of which involves your specialty in my mind, which you're kind of a foodie, which is big in San Fran. That's what people do there, right?
We love to eat.
We love to eat in the Midwest. We just don't eat quite as well, I don't think.
Yes, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what drives you or draws you toward just loving food and combinations. Like we just went out to eat and you created this amazing, you said it was too complicated for my palate, which is probably true. So what makes you like flavor and just exotic food?
Man, okay, so good question. I think I've always loved the variety. Growing up, I was very limited to what I had the option to eat because my mom was like very strict. And so whenever I've had the option now to just kind of mix and match and become as creative as possible, it's been what I choose. And that, it's just the creativity. It's like fun.
So the inhibitor for me is the time. Like people say, I don't have time to make food, I don't have time to cook. And with less and less people actually sitting home making meals, how do you get them interested in that? What's the big factor to draw them in?
I think the fact is that it's not that hard. We can make cooking so easy, and I think because people haven't been taught young now how to cook, just everyone's so busy with their lives that no one is doing it as frequently as they were, maybe our parents were. And so now the new generation is coming in and they don't really cook for themselves, but they don't realize how easy it is, and it's so easy.
Yeah, for me, it all starts with habits. Like I consider myself pretty convenience-based. If I can't go in the kitchen and just grab it and eat it, it's probably not going to happen. It's got to be there ready for me. Very convenience-driven. But when you do take the time and make something, it's like, wow, this was actually kind of worth it. It was, like you said, it wasn't that hard.
Totally.
So you have clients that you work with nutritionally, and they have different goals. You have a lot of athletes. You have a lot of weight loss clients. Is this something you really try and endear to them? Just say, you need to get in here and make some good stuff.
Educating them to cook for themselves, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was actually just talking to one of my clients on the phone today outside of the pizza joint. And I was sharing with her, she was really frustrated that she couldn't bring things to work and weigh them out at work. She's like, I'm not going to bring a scale to work. And so I said, well, it's real simple. You're just going to do it on Sunday, and you'll take an hour and a half to cook, and you'll do it all at once. It'll all be in the oven at the same time. It takes 30 to 45 minutes to cook, and then you can freeze all of them. And then all you have to do then is it's already pre-weighed, and then you just take it to work and put it in the microwave or reheat it however you want, and it's done.
And do you find that really does help people? If they're making their own food, not only, of course, they're getting healthier stuff and probably better, but if they get into it and really start enjoying it, is it easier for them to stick to their diet? And tell me how that works and maybe steps of creating those habits.
Got it. Okay, so, the step of creating the habit is just to be invited to do it in the first place. So someone giving you the guidelines, okay, this is how you build a meal. It's not that difficult. This is the cooking time, ingredient options, and then from there, remind me the question.
Okay.
No, remind me the question as far as like the steps.
I thought you just had something in your mind.
No.
So I want to know, like, the average client comes in and they're not somebody who cooks, and you want to get them to that point, but it takes steps. So you said you invite them in and like, hey, let's do this together. Here's this. Do you send them recipes? Do you participate with them? Have you ever done like cooking classes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I've definitely done cooking classes. For some clients, I'll go to their house. But what I find the most useful is doing video tutorials for them. So someone will say, I need a breakfast idea, and I'll either have already made that video tutorial or I'll just make it for them. A breakfast burrito, for example. You like burritos? Okay, well, I'm going to figure out how to do this for you, and then I'll show you the video step by step, and now you can do it. And that's very helpful. As long as people see it visually, then it becomes like, oh, it's not that hard.
So do you have a bigger vision? Like right now, I know in San Francisco, you've got your hands in a lot of things. So you work in a facility that does some pretty high-level corporate fitness, athletic work. You're doing nutrition, weight loss type client work. You're also doing meal prep work. I think you're working with a chef and creating meal delivery service, that kind of thing. So how do you see all of this vertically integrating for the average person in San Francisco coming to you and saying, I want the whole experience?
Yeah.
What can you give me?
Great question.
Okay.
So what we're working on right now is like the full picture is that people will be able to come to the website. If they're doing a nutrition coaching platform, then they'll be given their macronutrient ranges and their calorie ranges. And then from there, they'll just go right to the website and they'll see their macro ranges, and then they will have meals that are recommended for them to fit into those ranges depending on their age, their gender, what kind of activity level they have, and then they'll be able to order online from the menu for whatever energy expenditure they're going to have, and they'll be able to pick it up for however meals the week they want, and it'll just be automatically delivered for them.
Great. So they can just get everything they need.
Exactly.
So the one thing, let's say you've got the most difficult client that you think they're just having all kinds of problems. They are, I don't know if uncoachable is the right word, but they just are the least likely to succeed kind of client. What's the one thing you try to do that can really make the least likely to succeed actually make it? What's the Shannon magic?
We were just talking about this earlier. Encouraging people to take responsibility for their own thoughts and actions. Because you can only blame someone else for so long until you realize that you're the only one in charge, and if you're not changing your behavior, then no one can change it for you.
So how do you get, I mean, that's a tough conversation.
Yeah.
So how do you get that across and still remain friendly?
I think it's just that the whole reason that I like being a coach is because I give a shit.
Yeah.
And I think if people realize that that's how you feel, then you're not coming from a place of judgment, because there is no judgment. It's just about caring about their progress, and that you're only doing it because they want it. And then encouraging them that if they want what they want, then they're going to have to take certain steps. And it really doesn't matter what steps they are to us, but we just want them to succeed.
Yeah. Okay, final question.
Yeah.
What do you pretend?
Oh, shit.
No, okay.
I pretend I'm not getting rained on.
That's a bar question, yeah. We covered that one last night. So, all right, thank you. Shannon Morse, the Diet Doc San Francisco. Thank you, guys. We'll catch you another time.